Hello. So, everybody's got habits, like good habits, bad habits. For example, people bite their nails, they smoke cigarettes, they procrastinate. There's lots of bad habits people have. And today I want to go through the details on how we can encourage the good habits and try and dissuade the bad habits. I think it's really important to be able to organize your own thoughts, your habits, and it's just one of the core pillars of this channel is I want to help people. And if you listen to this and you get some good ideas or tools you can use to try and get rid of some bad habits in your life, then this is a bonus, this is a win. So when we talk about habits themselves, they're split into 4 different parts. Now I'll use McDonald's as an example. So starting out, every habit's got a cue, craving, a response and a reward. The cue would be you see the sign for McDonald's, you see the golden arches, the advertising with the burgers, and then the craving would be, your brain is thinking, oh, I want some burgers, I want some chicken nuggets, I want some fat, some protein, some sugar, some salt. So the response is you drive into the drive-thru, pick up some chicken nuggets, and the reward is the taste. When you eat those nuggets and the brain registers the fat and the sugar, the salt, essentially your brain is rewarding by producing dopamine. And I know it's a cliche by now, everybody talks about dopamine on YouTube, but in this instance it's actually very relevant. The problem is, you're just one person, and these advertising agencies, they hire psychologists and spend thousands, if not millions, on budgeting and marketing to try and encourage you to eat the burger. So, if you want to try and stop unhealthy eating, as an example, you need to change one of the 4 steps, or you need to add resistance. So when I say add resistance, we're making it more difficult to do the bad habits and making it easier to do the good habits. Because 90% of the time, your brain is on autopilot. You're not consciously thinking about what you're doing. You're thinking with the caveman brain, the lizard brain. So let's take another bad habit as an example. A lot of people, when they go to bed and their head hits the pillow, they start scrolling social media. And the problem is, it's really easy to do. So if we put up some barriers, for example, if we are able to put the mobile phone on the other side of the room, what we're doing there is making it difficult because you have to get out of bed and it's cold. You don't want to get out of the nice warm cozy bed. Then you have to start putting the light on. It's too bright. You've just been sitting in the dark. And then when you have to get out of bed, you have to walk over and grab the phone, unlock it. It's another step. Sounds exhausting. So instead of doing that, the easy thing you can do is just put the phone at the other side of the room and put a book beside your bed with a lamp. Not too bright, but just bright enough to grab your attention. And once you have the easy good option and the difficult bad option, your brain by default is going to go for the easy option. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. It's all about convenience. I'm trying to think of some other bad habits people have. I mean, there's smoking, vaping, for example, drinking, alcohol, junk foods, emotional eating. I think when people talk about the routine, they automatically assume that's linked to habits, but timekeeping is not habit, it's more of a tool you can use to encourage good habits. or dissuade bad habits in that regard. And you're going to get the payoff on the turnips here. It's a lot to do with your environment as well, because your environment is full of these cues, like we discussed at the beginning. And if you can get rid of these cues, then you're less likely to initiate the bad habit. Now, in a previous video, we've discussed about things like procrastination, and that's definitely a bad habit that you can get rid of given enough practice. But it does take willpower, that's the thing. We'll take alcohol as an example. So you look at the chefs, for example. They finish their work, they're exhausted, they leave the kitchen, then the restaurant normally gives them a pint of beer as a reward. A pint of sweat for a pint of beer. It's how it used to be all over the place. Problem is, you start drinking to relax. You get into the habit of drinking. And once you get into that habit, your brain gets addicted to alcohol or to nicotine or sugar or caffeine. So when you try and stop it, your brain doesn't like that. That's difficult. It starts giving you out negative vibes, negative feelings. And you've got to try and resist those negative feelings to break the bad habits. Another thing we can talk about is habit stacking. And this is quite useful. So if you take exercising, we know it's healthy for you, it's good for you, but let's be honest, it can be really boring. During the time of doing it, you don't want to exercise, you want to be watching a TV show or doing something more interesting. So, if you take the exercise bike in the house, and you put it in front of the TV, and you watch a show whilst you're doing it, you're creating a feedback in your brain saying, oh, if I've got time to watch a TV show, then I've got time to exercise in the same moment. And your brain, your lizard brain, is thinking about the TV show. And you're not really focusing on the exercise, you're just doing it without thinking. And eventually you'll build up a positive feedback to exercising, because you think, oh, exercising, I get to watch a show. And the fact you're doing two things at the same time, and you're able to focus on one and not focus on the other, it just builds up that repetition in the brain. The main thing about habits is it's all about focus, and your focus is a resource. You have a limited amount of focus every day. Your brain gets tired after a while. You're not able to do it all the time. It's kind of like a battery on your phone. I'll go through it in a different video, but the summary, in my opinion, you've got like 3 batteries. You've got a physical battery, exercise and exertion, and you've got a mental battery for like paperwork, focusing on things like mechanical things, and your third one is the emotional battery. And that's why you feel tired after talking to someone for a long time. Now, it all depends if you're an introvert or an extrovert, but generally speaking, most people, after talking with someone for a long time, they feel tired. What do? You have to manage your energy. So, think about it like this. If you're starting your day, at 100% battery, then over the course of the day the battery's draining slowly but surely, the best thing you can do is do the important stuff at the beginning of the day when you've still got a good bit of battery left. And if you are able to do that, then nearly out of energy. Speaking of managing your energy and batteries. So if you're able to manage your day, get the important stuff done when you can still focus in the morning, and then leave the manual labour stuff, the stuff you don't have to think about it until nighttime, then you're more likely to be able to focus and take advantage of that. So yeah, I think the next video we'll talk about narcissism. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.